Welcome to
BamBam-O-Rama. BamBam-O-Rama. BamBam-O-Rama.
Welcome, everybody, to the BamBam-O-Rama podcast. My name is Jackson Grist.
My name is Adrian Estrada.
My name is Izzy Stardust.
Nice.
Timmy Tokyo.
I don't have a cool nickname. I'm Chris. Chris.
I'm Cecil Hogg.
Hey, we have a microphone. I'm Chad.
And y'all make up Dad.
Day After Dead.
That's right.
Had to say it metal.
'Cause y'all are a metal band.
We are a metal band.
We are a
Adjacent.
dadcore band.
Dadcore. Yeah. So that was the joke. Like, y'all are all dads.
Yeah.
Except for that guy.
Papa pull out.
Big Papa Pullout. And what does my name, Daddy Dicky do? Because my belly stick out more than my dicky do.
Poor Chris. Poor Chris.
That's fun. So how did this... I don't know what to call this, but how did this happen? There's abominations.
Well, when a man and a woman love each other very much,
I don't need to know about five
Cecil
different
comes in and
nights.
ruins it and puts us all in a band.
Basically, it started with a conversation that took place in Chris's kitchen with him and his wife, and Timmy was there. And I was like, yeah, if I don't have a band started within a year, I'm just checking out. That's what I do. I play music. I'm not good at it, but I love doing it. And then me and Timmy started doing some stuff around our apartment. We were roommates, jamming a little here and there, and couldn't find a drummer. And then this wonderful, beautiful man, Chad, came into our life. And then
We fucked him.
It's part of the initiation.
and then,
It's also initiation.
we got Chris to sing and had to have another guitar player. We had someone else come through. Things didn't really work out with him. And
He wouldn't fuck
called-
us.
He calls Isaiah, who he had been in a band with previously, Blackwater Masochist, and Isaiah came in and he was absolutely perfect. And that's pretty much how it started.
Yeah, I remember being so excited because I was in a band with. Can I see this, please?
Yeah, like, you know
I was
it works, right?
I was in a band with Isaiah before, like he had mentioned, and Isaiah had been kind of like dormant on the scene for a long time. I really didn't think that he was gonna say yes, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'll do it." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" And I like text everybody all excited, all caps. I was like, I "Get to suck his pecker again," and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, is it that good?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is."
Well, this is our second run, technically, at this project. We made a first run with another drummer and a different singer, and the whole style was completely different.
Okay.
Kyle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was terrible.
It was, so we gave it a shot. We were aiming in a totally different direction, and then creative differences and bad habits kind of got in the way of that project. So we kind of took a hiatus, and then this kind of accidentally happened really, really fast. And then,
It's actually how all of us became dads.
yep.
Really fast.
Yeah, pretty much.
accidentally.
And accidentally.
And also, when Isaiah first came, he thought he was just coming to, I think, fill in for a show and learn stuff real quick. He didn't realize he was joining a band that was still writing songs.
Yeah. I
Oh
thought-
yeah, he
Oh,
thought
that's
everything
funny.
was already written.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So I was learning, and they were learning at the same time. And so the first 3 songs, I learned them as quickly as I could. I didn't know what I was doing. I just started adding stuff onto it. Next thing I know, they're like, "Yeah, keep it." And I thought, well, I'm changing their whole thing. And then at the end of the month, it was like, oh wait, they don't know exactly what they're doing.
We still don't.
Wait, 3 songs is all you have?
I thought, well, but then I was like, hey, this is like chemistry was like fireworks, I could do whatever I wanted, and they were like, that sounds cool, and then I liked what they were doing, so it just worked out.
That's pretty cool.
Very nice.
Yes, indeed. Any other questions, gentlemen?
Do you have any for us?
What?
How long have you two been a couple?
Couple of what?
Next question.
6 years now. So you were talking about that it was a very different direction at first. Do you have anything by chance that people could find or that you would?
Absolutely not. It never got
Fuck
to that
no.
point. So our singer had a habit of just sitting on the couch and screaming and not ever writing any lyrics, and that was his contribution to the songwriting process. And not you, motherfucker. And then, are we allowed to cuss on this thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh yeah, you're okay. Yeah, I remember exactly what you're talking about now. That was annoying as shit. He would,
for hours.
And then when I went, they were like, "That sounds way better. Let's take that."
months later, but we had a drummer that we couldn't like keep focused because of the bad habits that I was talking about before, and eventually we had to abandon
Hookers.
the project because we were just wasting time.
Filipino boy hookers.
Yep.
Was his habit,
He loved tiny wieners, and that was his problem.
and that's why we got him. He was attracted to us.
So talking about how you guys have this cohesive unit going, what's the writing process like? Is there the process?
Actually, he's not a part of any of it.
I try to be, and then they're like, "No, fucker." Like if this were football, I would play ass back. Y'all have heard the joke before. I'm like, "Coach, put me in." They're like, "Boy, get your ass back."
I see why you're asking now. You wanted to join this.
No, actually, he had to convince me. I was like, "No, I don't want to." And actually,
Convince you what?
convinced me to sing actually, because I was originally going to be the bassist, and because that's what I did before. And I was like, "Yeah, I've always kind of wondered what it was like to be a frontman," like jokingly. And she's like, "Well, guess what, bitch, you're it." And I was like, "No, I was not meaning that." And he's like, "Nope, I'm gonna get Timmy to play bass. Fuck you, you're singing." I spent the next week in my car trying to figure out how to do the terrible thing I do on the mic. Yeah, I mean, I actually practiced at that shit. So
I mean, to be
How
honest,
many days
it
could
was,
you not talk?
actually, it doesn't hurt my voice at all.
doesn't? Nice.
Because I could always scream and like do stuff, but it would fuck my voice up. Probably like I've tried to sing for bands like once or twice before, and I could only get like 4 songs in before I was done. And so that's what I was doing, is trying to figure out how I can scream without messing my voice up. And so far, yeah, I mean, apparently the secret is you blow 4 guys right before the set. Works every time.
I know that's bullshit. I know
Luke's-
that's bullshit.
Yeah, come on. You're a vocalist. You know what I'm talking about.
Bullshit. I've tried that.
He's like, it's a minimum of 8.
Saves it up in the fridge.
I mean, and
Heats it up in the microwave.
so much more semen than that. For the
to,
true coding.
to be honest, though, putting a microphone in Chris's hand and putting him in front of a group of people, it's just the right thing to do because he's charismatic. He thinks he's funny, but he just and he has no shame. So
Right.
it's perfect.
No.
He sounds like a cross between Danny Filth and the dude from Black Dahlia Murder. So it works.
That's your only compliment for the year.
Yeah, that's it. Other
For
than
a
that,
year.
you suck.
And I'm gonna cut it.
They don't want my head.
It's not. Yeah, it's not making the edit.
They like my mouth being big, not my head.
Or what if we leave it in there? We just bleep what Cecil said.
He's just the censor bars back here.
You know, fuck this. Chad say things. Make Chad say things.
No.
He never says shit at shows. He's the drummer. You rarely ever see him at any of the shows. He's in the background all the time, and he will slink his ass around to avoid being talked to. Like, he is the shyest guy we've ever met.
Is there a reason behind that, Chad, that you just avoid?
We beat him.
Just keep
No.
it.
I'm just awkward.
I mean, aren't we all?
I was gonna say this kind of tracks. I remember I saw the 4 of you like a dozen times during the festival. I don't think I saw you once except when you got on stage.
He's usually enjoying a good read. You know, out in the field.
Nah, he's paying for our merch.
He's not there intellectually, so. Chad's a good dude, though.
I'm a master at disguise. I could be at the show. You'll never find me.
There we go.
Whatever he's doing, it fits really well with what we're doing. So
Yeah.
We're happy, and hope he continues to do it for a long time. Right?
And also, he has the most glorious hair in the whole wide world.
Yeah, this is an intervention. So
Oh, yeah. No,
We're gonna intervene him away from his gorgeous hair.
I don't know. I just want.
y'all are just jealous
'Cause I mean,
fuckers.
yeah, like
Hey, whoa, hey, whoa.
I'm just mad because I can't grow a beard.
I legit wish I could grow my hair long right now, but if I do, I would look terrible.
Yeah, you with long hair. That's
Well,
you're
not
gonna
to mention how thin it is right here. Ugh.
That kind of reminds me.
Yeah, that's some not
Yeah,
allowed.
right?
That's
We usually forget to do thumbnails photos, and can we get like a photo with everybody, and then we swap where you guys are bald, except obviously, and
yeah.
then we
Yeah.
put hair on the bald
put
guys.
hair on-
and-
Actually, everybody already thinks
that
I'm
okay?
bald. Like,
Because you're
Oh,
always
really?
you always wear a hat on stage, right?
yeah, I always wear a hat, and I wear the flat hats, and everybody who wears those apparently is bald. But I have a gorgeous mane. Of
Since I've
serial
had
killer.
to start buzzing and shaving my head, I hate wearing hats now. I used to wear those flat top hats all the time.
Really?
It's
Really?
uncomfortable. It rubs up against these
Oh
little
yeah, there's
bristles.
there's no
it's-
like.
Yeah.
It starts pulling
Maybe-
out your hair, kind of.
Oh my gosh, that's what.
Oh.
That's why the folks of other races than us wear the little rags on top of their heads.
Yeah,
And
but I
and-
can't do that. That would be cultural appropriation.
nah, bro, it's skull. Well, okay,
It's
I've got an idea.
it's self-care.
Bald people cap condoms.
Ball.
I'm just saying it could
Go on.
sell.
Go on.
Go on.
Yeah.
Just regular condoms, but we remarket them for bald people to put over their head as like a cap liner.
That's just a cap, though. It's not a condom.
But you put a hat on over it, bro. But then
Condom has a specific use.
it isn't made out of like other materials, so it's not cultural appropriation. Because nobody wants to wear that shit.
They just call it a condom.
What is wrong with you?
Well,
I have to cut so much.
Right?
us white folks can only wear it because we're dickheads.
I'm also editing it in my head. I'm like, man, this bit's so good and none of it's gonna make it. Like, shit.
You put us on the couch with like that row of black guys behind us.
I could put like 4 of us behind you.
No, y'all.
Four
with
of us.
on the-
That's what I
Yeah,
said,
yes, yeah.
By the way, thank you for having us on your festival. It was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
dude, that was
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of fun.
Thank you guys for doing that.
was a great
We
show.
greatly appreciate you. What do you guys? What were your takeaways from that?
From the show?
Yeah,
Pros,
Pros,
cons.
cons. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was hot.
It
Okay.
was hot.
Yes.
Actually, fix that. The outside heat. If you could fix that, that would be awesome.
Stop
think-
global warming.
There you go.
Originally, that was supposed to be an April gig. I don't remember how it got pushed back to June. I think because our April filled up like super quick when we were trying to write down our calendar.
It's not a big deal. We played a
Yeah.
show at Spuds in what is that?
Spams.
Spams in San Angelo, and the air conditioner broke, and that is like the smallest stage on the planet.
That
And we
sucks.
were all literally just sweating on each other. It was fucking gross. So that was pleasurable.
And we almost caught on fire.
I'd
That
rather
was
be
the second
outside
time
in
we
100
played there.
degrees than
Oh, yeah.
inside
Yeah.
without
Time
air
number 2.
conditioning.
Well, I
be
mean,
honest.
we can help work on getting those fans, those big fans that they
Oh,
have.
dude, we really
Dude,
don't
we
give a
really
shit.
don't care.
No, man.
seriously.
But no, we should know. you
No,
know?
like the time was hot, but it really wasn't bad because y'all chose a really great venue for that because it was all covered where the audience was. The stage was covered. I mean, really, for the time of year it was, y'all really did choose a great place. The crowd ended up being pretty decent. I think if you were to do it again, you could get a bigger one. All in all,
Bigger crowd.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
born. I was born like this.
Okay, so maybe cover his face for the next time. You'll get a bigger crowd, and also my face for the next time. All in all, man, I was really impressed with it. You guys really did a good job.
Thanks.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Invictus. Those kids are awesome.
Invictus.
Invictus. Oh my God.
Those are like the
the young kids.
It's
The-
You mean Mini James Hetfield?
Yeah, mini
and
James
friends.
Hetfield
Yeah.
and friends. Yes.
I think we made that mistake too
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
times. So
Yeah,
I think
to
I on
them,
it.
to them. So don't feel bad.
Did that kid?
I'll
What is
correct
his
you.
name? Maddox. He's.
Yeah, man.
Maddox, yeah.
Everybody does it where they kind of imitate their favorite artist when they're young, and when he finds his own thing, he's going to be unstoppable.
Oh yeah.
All of them are. They're all very good. But that kid, when he finds his own thing, and I especially get what he was doing because I was obsessed with James Hetfield when I was his age. So I get it.
He even wears his guitar insanely low, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wish I could still do that. It hurts.
he stands
real,
like
he
James
stands
Hetfield.
like him,
I
dresses
remember-
like him.
I think it was when I was in O Infamous. I think Wit was like, I was playing my guitar up here, and he was like, "You need to lower your guitar so you look cool." And I was like, "How about I leave it here so my hands don't fucking hurt?"
That's right.
Like,
I've only got so much stamina, goddamn
Right,
it. Yeah,
like,
you're gonna
you know,
gas me.
I'm
Like,
actually gonna say
playing
something on
45
that.
minutes.
Right, yeah.
Chill out.
Adrian's brother constantly told me to pull my guitar up so I had more control over it for years.
yeah, they told me to shut the
And-
fuck up at one point.
Did we
too.
say that?
Like, I was
Right.
like, lift
Yeah, we
your-
told him
lift
that the last practice.
And he was right.
Like,
'cause
what
once
really-
I did lift it up, I had more control.
Yeah.
James Hetfield can do that because he only plays riffs and downstrokes.
Right?
And also, he's James Hetfield.
But anyway, thank
Kirk
you.
Hammett
It was a great experience.
Absolutely.
Absolutely loved it. I don't think you could do anything better. I didn't get my deli tray,
Uh,
so there was that. But
And again, I specifically ordered 1,000 blue M&Ms. There were like 3 brown ones in with them. It was bullshit.
not to complain or anything, but
I still ate them, as you can see.
What's y'all's plans with this festival going forward? Are y'all gonna make this like an annual thing?
We haven't decided yet, honestly,
And-
but I think we're leaning towards it.
Yeah, and that's why we ask, because obviously you're part of it.
Sure.
So your input is valuable to us.
Right. And we would probably invite y'all back next year.
Right.
Well, if the band makes it that long, we'd be happy to be there.
I was going to say, oh, damn. I mean, thank you.
It'll be the
thought we were-
reunion tour.
Yeah,
There we go.
I think the plan was to break up next week and then do the reunion tour in a month. I don't know.
We got a lot of merch to sell.
A lot of
We're
merch
trying
to
to- You know what I mean?
Yeah, we just bought some more, and he put our ugly mugs on it, so it's got to.
Oh yeah, new T-shirts are coming. A couple of designs are coming. New stickers are coming pretty quick too.
It's gonna be like
Nice.
a going out of business sale, right?
Going on.
Everything must go.
I mean, actually, this since we started playing shows about a year ago, this July is actually the first month we don't have anything booked, and we've been offered. It's just
That's pretty incredible.
we chose not to because I'm on call twice in July, and
Thank God.
we need to work on some new stuff, and it's real hard to work on new material when you're.
And I'm
You're
fucking
rehearsing for a
tired.
show, yeah.
Are we practicing Wednesday?
Yes,
God
we are
damn it.
practicing Wednesday.
I mean, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wait, you are writing the new song tomorrow, huh?
Go to practice tomorrow.
Damn it.
And I also think it's important to mention because Chris is a huge football fanatic. And we moved practice to Sundays. I am laying money now that he does not show up to a whole bunch of practices once football season starts.
It depends on what time the Cowboys play.
We moved our stream to Thursday night, and I bet you $100 that in 1.5 months I'm going to be talking about how Thursday night football is the thing, and we need to move our stream again.
Why do people like football?
I don't know. I love football. I will say this: I wish the NFL would actually get rid of Thursday night football.
Yeah,
It's not safe for the players.
It's not great.
They're bad games most of the time. The
Bad
only one
games.
that's worth it is the first one.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Once a month or once a year.
yeah.
Yeah, a football game once a month is enough.
No. No. I watch. No. No.
Hey, Chris, would you cry if the Cowboys won the Super Bowl next year?
Fuck no.
I
Yeah,
would.
because that'll never
I
happen.
100% would.
I would cry if Notre Dame won the championship. For sure. For sure. I've seen the So when I was a kid, I saw the Cowboys win all their Super Bowls in the 90s. So that's not a big deal. I've been a Notre Dame fan since I was 9. I have not seen them win a single championship. They do good pretty much every season. They make it in like the top 10 almost every season. Top 5, like, pretty often. Shut
Can
the
we
fuck
talk
up,
about
Timmy.
something cool like Dungeons and Dragons or Magic the Gathering?
See, look at this shit. This is what I have to work with. I'm the only one that likes football. All these guys like dicks.
So are you a Notre Dame fan because of your ties to the Catholic Church?
I was the priest's favorite altar boy. No, that's actually the biggest oxymoron of my life is I'm atheist and I damn near worship a Catholic school.
That's funny
I
because
just had to throw that out there because every Saturday, I almost said Sunday, when I see you posting your Notre Dame stuff, I'm like, this dude knows, right?
It makes
like-
it makes no sense. But I did grow up. I was never Catholic, but I grew up Christian, so it wasn't that big of a contradiction back then. And by the time I grew up and kind of formed my own thing, I was already too deep to turn back, And so was the priest.
You're not gonna cancel.
Son of a bitch.
We're editing that out too, yeah.
No, we can leave
Stay
that one
in.
in. I think that one could stay.
Oh my God, were
stay-
you Catholic?
Yeah.
Are you Catholic?
No.
Fucking duh.
Okay, well, I'm in Estrada. You never know.
That's fucking racist.
That's
dude.
A little bit.
A lot of it.
A lot
No,
of
a lot
it. Hey, but never mind.
you can't back out now. Just go all the way. and
My
go
best
balls deep.
guitarist is Mexican.
It's true. The best guitar player.
Get
is
out.
Mexican.
Best guitarist.
See you guys.
I think his
So
it
I'm
was
the new
once-
singer for Dad. I'm just kidding.
And they're better off for it.
It's funny because one time Jackson got kicked out of Jackson's Lost Cause.
I did. I was coordinating a practice for a show, and Donnie was like, "I don't know, man. We got to take this a different direction. I think you got to go. Donnie's lost cause." And I was like, "What?"
That's all right.
We announced it like that.
It was funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I told everyone that night that it was my last show.
Yeah.
You might have been there.
Someone booed us for that.
Yeah. Yeah, they were not happy. Nobody liked that show.
One
I
of
thought it was
me,
hilarious.
one of me and Isaiah's old bands. I basically told the rest of the band to fuck off, and they wrote a song about me called Brown, which is my last name. And it was a song just straight up talking shit about me. What was it like? You're just a loser. You're just a wannabe. No, that was
It's like that episode of Community.
Yeah. So years later, I ended
Love
up
that
being
show.
back in the band and playing this song, this fucker talking shit about me. And it was the best song they ever wrote.
It's definitely like that
That's
episode.
fucking great.
You know what? After
I do apologize, guys.
after all the
I
shit,
thought this was a good idea. I'm sorry.
after all the shit talking on all that, I told him you were right about everything.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's talking. I mean, they were, and I was like, "Well, because what it was, he called us, basically left about a 15 to 30 minute long message on my answering machine about.
I was on
how-
Xanax at the time.
Yeah, he was medicated, but so we're just listening. We were gonna actually put that on the thing, but wrote a song. He was in the band later on. Yeah, he was actually right about a lot of the stuff that.
Sometimes that
Yeah,
happens.
you know, you're in a band, you're not very responsible, so
Especially, we were young.
yeah.
I'll have you know, we're in a band, and I'm very responsible.
He takes the mic.
He is the worst Okay, so we all have adult jobs, except for Timmy. He colors within the lines for a living. Barely.
I'm learning.
No, actually, he did my little nerdy D20. But anyway,
That's sick though.
Timmy is a
So-
fantastic tattoo
so
artist.
Cecil out of the band, I think has the highest paying job out of all of us. Don't want to oust you or anything, ladies. Actually, Caroline will kill me for that. So no,
Yeah. Staying in.
no.
That's staying in.
And you're getting flashed.
He has the worst spending habits I've ever seen in my life. And it's not on like really crazy stuff. It's the most nerdy shit ever. He has the largest collection of D&D map parts. What the fuck are terrain?
It's called terrain. sir.
Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons terrain, and it just stacked on top. How many miniatures do you have, sir?
I can't count that high.
How many guitars do you have, sir?
Again, I can't count that high.
Yeah,
I keep thinking if I buy the next guitar, it's the one that's going to make me be able to play good.
I have
called it.
I have literally had
None
to
of
talk
them have
myself
worked.
out of like 3 guitar purchases this year. I'm not even joking. Like
Well-
I have all this shit, and I'm like, no, I can't. Like
It's like I don't have that one in that color. I mean, and honestly, like the festival, that guitar, I've literally got it the day before because I'd ordered it and was waiting for it. To come in.
What did you give away? Because you have so many guitars. How many have you bought this year? First off, how
I-
many have you bought this year?
I don't know.
This is an
Okay,
invention.
what did you give away at our last show to a kid?
I gave away an Ernie Ball Music Man.
dude, that's badass.
He gave a kid an Ernie Ball Music Man.
That's badass.
It's awesome.
I told him to go start a band.
Did it work?
I mean,
We didn't.
hopefully.
Are you gonna follow up with that kid?
Yeah.
Actually, I think that could get you 5 to 20, sir.
Right, yeah.
Leave that kid alone. You've already been generous enough.
It's actually Jason Almquist that you may remember.
yeah.
It's his stepson. Apparently he really likes our band and he goes to our shows and he had got a guitar for Christmas, like a starter guitar, and he's trying to learn how to play. So I'll contribute to his complete and utter disregard for himself and become a loser musician.
There you go.
And you also gave him a guitar that will make every other guitar he ever plays feel like absolute shit.
Yours wasn't?
No.
No, that's really fun.
My uncle's attention.
Jason came up to us at the festival and said that I guess that stepson turned him on to our podcast and was
Oh,
like, hey,
cool.
you got to
That
go check
was
out this
really cool.
podcast.
Yep.
And then Jason was like, hey, that's Adrian.
I find this to be something that's I'm noticing taking place more and more because like my son's turned me on to all kinds of cool bands and stuff, which is one thing that keeps me from being like so many people my age stagnant in the same stuff I was listening to in high school. Because most of the people you run across my age that aren't into music, they're passive music listeners. They go to
Eddie Van
concerts.
Halen's greatest
Yeah.
guitarist all fucking time. Praise Jesus.
Most of the metalheads my age are still like Slayer, or
Yeah.
Slipknot, which is great. Hey, I love those bands.
Oh, yeah.
But it's my son and his friends and stuff like that have kept me following stuff like Knocked Loose and all those kind of bands.
It's
which-
still not that current, sir.
well, it's not that current, but like Kupla Khan, Texas, who they've been around forever, but now they're blowing up. I mean, it's all kinds of media is actually getting passed to the old people now
Mhm.
from the younger generation.
I think
which
it's
is
always kind
great.
of been that way.
It seems like it's even more prevalent now in the digital age. But
Yeah, and also,
anyway,
I
that's
mean,
enough of that rant.
that's another reason why we try to do all ages shows is because you get a bunch of guys our age. Yeah, it's like, yeah, cool. We get to hang out with people that we also know in real life, and they're our age at shows. You don't want that at a metal show because we could break a hip or roll an ankle, and we got to work the next day. These kids don't give a fuck. So
Oh yeah.
they
Go
when
hard
they
as
when they
hell.
go to these shows, you want like high school and like I think that could get you 5 to 20. Leave that kid alone. Just out of high school age kids who can bounce back from something like that. You want them at your shows because they bring all the energy, and metal. Really, a metal concert is sad to see without without energy. It's especially with us up there. We're just middle-aged guys trying to be like Tenacious D.
Hey, the question is, I mean, seriously, there's nothing wrong with any kind of genre of music. I listen to all kinds of stuff. But if you go to a pop concert, rap concert, all that, how do you know if you're doing a good job from the musician standpoint? Because, I mean, we know we're doing a good job if these kids are trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
So that's...
But in a polite way.
But in a polite way, yes. Pick them up when you... And these, I mean, seriously, we just played a show where I thought these kids... It didn't matter if we were there. We could have just thrown our instruments
yeah.
across the room.
It was
We
so
were
awesome.
just a soundtrack for fuckery.
Fucker, you took my line. I said that first.
Chris did
I
say
don't
that
believe
first.
you. I heard it from him.
I heard it here. Yeah.
No, but what he means is, we hadn't played a house show since we were like teenagers, and
We were
Oh
house
yeah.
show age.
I remember you posting about that.
it
house
was
show.
so insane. And this was in a shady neighborhood, and we were regretting everything. We were like, should we pull out? This is, for once in our lives. And dad joke. Boom, boom, tss. Anyway, so we get there, and it's not at all what we thought. We're judging house parties and things like that from when we were kids because we were delinquents. Kids these days just aren't like that.
Oh, they're a different kind of delinquent.
Yeah,
They're
different
respectful
kind.
delinquents.
Yeah. They're smart. There was no alcohol allowed. A bunch of kids showed up, packed the whole place, and I thought they were gonna murder each other, but in a respectful way. But it was so awesome. But they were so nice to each other. Like there were no fights. Everybody was smiling in between the murders, and it was just a real good time.
Before moving on from the topic of the fans, like we definitely try to intentionally stay tapped into the younger people, not just for relevance, but if we keep playing the stuff that we were playing back then, we're pretty boring.
toast.
Yeah, we're toasted. Keeping like especially Cecil's son, Devin, he's basically a one-man wrecking crew. He's at every one of our fucking shows, and this kid is amazing. But he's also got his finger on the pulse of everything that's happening, like musically. And so he feeds us this information. We use that and then adapt it into this weird conglomeration of whatever we're doing. So it definitely helps a lot. Otherwise, we get stale quick. And I don't know, it helps.
No, it's
'Cause
very
we're
nice.
old.
and
It
it's
is.
always good to be open to anybody's input. Even if they're younger, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So having that connection to that is vital.
We play with bands all the time that are like way younger than us, and these
And way better
Way
than
better
us.
than us.
Better, absolutely.
If you're the smartest person in the room, you should leave.
Yeah.
yes,
So maybe
we can always
maybe
stay in the room.
we're always in the room. I don't know. We're never-
leaving.
All right.
Nobody's leaving, so
I'll see myself out.
Is that part of the reason for the push of the music video, or was that something that was just a long time coming?
That's a Cecil answer.
Honestly, that was kind of self-serving. To be honest, it was that young kid in me that always wanted to be in a music video. That was, and it's not a marker anymore. It was something that, in my case, it was like I grew up watching Headbangers Ball, staying up all night so I could watch that one Slayer video, that one Morbid Angel video. And I still like bands like Ice Nine Kills who are putting out these long, amazing videos. I absolutely love it. So I thought it would be neat, and the opportunity presented itself with the Dames of Horror people, who are absolutely wonderful people. And they were like, hey, we'll make this video because we wrote a song for them. It was just a wonderful opportunity, something that I feel like will get repeated again. They did a great job. And I think we have talked about it. We're probably going to try and do a video for Pedicide in the near future. Or Pedocide. How do you say it?
Pedicide.
Pedicide.
Oh, this is going to be serious.
No, it's not. I'm just
I am.
This is where I draw the line, motherfucker.
Back to the Dames of Horror thing. They actually.
no, it's fine. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, they put that song, the song we wrote for him, in their movie. Bud.
Yeah, it's got a really great scene in that where a guy gets killed and the breakdown from the Dames of Horror song is inserted right there as the guy gets his head bashed in. Wonderful.
Nice.
And they're
We're in a
also
movie.
using it in their. They're doing a film called
Mothwoman.
The Return. It's supposed to be in that as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to give them their proper dues.
Yeah,
Their movie Bud is awesome. You should go see it.
Where can they see that?
The next showing of it, to my understanding, is going to be at the gas station, which is in Bastrop, where they was the gas station used in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh,
They're
cool.
doing
that's
a
cool.
screening of
Little
it there.
screening there. Where can they find your music video?
YouTube, look up Day After Dead, Dames of Horror, or you.
No, we have Pedicide is out.
Well,
not-
no, we're talking about the video.
Oh, the music video. Oh yeah, no, the other music. And we're about to release another one.
Yes, we're about to release another song too, but that's Right to Remain Violent in the next few days.
Yeah, Right to Remain Violent. That was the first song we actually wrote together.
Yes,
Most likely, what you would think? This August or July?
that song.
Yeah,
This week.
this
coming-
week. Okay,
I would
so
say probably, actually, honestly, by next Wednesday it'll be out.
July, mid-July.
You know what? I'll make sure it drops July 13th.
No, we're not saying dates. Remember, this
Right.
doesn't release in time.
Y'all can
It's
say
fine.
y'all can say dates.
We'll
We'll either cut them or we'll leave them.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Either way,
Yeah.
it's at a insert date here. It's
yes,
coming.
and we're playing a show next week in September.
Just do this a lot, and I'll put a dick right in there. I like you started doing it. Man, sorry, bro. I feel a little bad for that.
No, fucking get that dick in there.
Oh, it's
sir.
gonna. No,
Actually do it right after I said that.
I'm not gonna do that.
Gotta be surprised. Remember, he likes it spontaneous.
So, could you talk to us a little bit about the struggles or something that maybe somebody else that hasn't been in a music video working with this crew that you could give advice or even just nothing but.
I've got a great piece of advice. If you actually contact the Dames of Horror people, for instance, and say, hey, I want to make a video with you guys, they have a price structure and everything in place for it. The best thing you can do is sit down, shut up, and let the professionals work,
Pretty much.
because they know what they're doing and they will make it look good. Once you're doing it at that moment, you may not be able to see it, but once all the smoke clears and they work their magic, you're like, wow, how did that happen? Seriously, you may have ideas, give your ideas, but let the professionals be professionals.
Sure.
Yeah, I think another thing to keep in mind is most of the time, like, you're gonna have a vision of what your video should be. Nobody's gonna share that vision in your head. There's no way to really get that. So let them. It's just like with Timmy, like when he does tattoos on me. I have this thing in my head, and he's like, "Actually, that would be stupid," and here's
And
why.
Timmy's always right.
And every time, he's correct. I've learned to trust people at what they do. They trusted us to write their song, and it was nothing like what they thought it was going to be like. So the least we could do is say, hey, this is your song, your video, let it happen. And I think people will be a lot more impressed with the result if they just let the people who specialize in that do their thing.
That being said, now I need to tell you guys how you need to run your show.
Yeah, please let us know.
Now, if you could take your nah.
No,
in
we're
all
always
seriousness-
open to suggestions.
No, we tried to
We already
to
tried.
live stream D&D, which in kind of, I wouldn't say podcast format or whatever, but we tried to do that. Literally, it caused me to not want anything to do with that Dungeons and Dragons game, which I'm a huge
Oh
nerd,
man.
and because he was having so much trouble with
It made
all
it
of the
better.
stuff. It probably did, but it's a nightmare, and I don't want anything that you have to work that hard at. I mean,
Yeah, the live streaming of the D&D games is a bitch, because you're trying to play while monitoring everything that's going on.
You
and
need a
it-
producer in that situation that's
Oh,
not
eh,
playing a
eh,
game.
Yeah,
Like,
and
yeah.
and I was trying to be all of that.
yeah, and we just don't have that critical role money,
Yeah.
so.
You right?
Yeah, we can share in the struggles of being self-produced. It's very difficult to run back and forth, and you see our little
Yeah.
taped up ghetto monitor.
Our
Fuck it,
monitor's
it works.
Yeah,
It works. Fuck it. I think one of the things too that has made us so, I guess, easy to listen to is when we first started. I don't know. I had like this edgelord want for us to be like the doom, like dark stuff, and Chris was always like, "Dude, it's not gonna fucking sell. You got to quit taking yourself so seriously and put on the clown shoes every once in a while and like just cut loose." And I fought that premise tooth and nail for a while, and I think maybe a couple of us were on,
Oh, no,
on
no.
my train.
One of us fought it real hard.
Yeah, we're having conversations without him around. Yeah, we're talking cash shit about this. But anyway, so eventually, Chris is really good at standing his ground on stuff. He's a stubborn cunt, and so
I know.
Even when he
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Yeah, and so
Me
he
and
stood
him
his-
have gotten in the most ridiculous Facebook arguments
Oh
for no
my
fucking
God.
reason.
He loves it, dude. It's fucking
ridiculous.
boner time for
Like,
the
oh
screen.
my
Well,
God.
then what would it be?
Right.
Because you can't have something from nothing.
right?
Can I tell you what it's like to guess a movie outcome and be disowned by Chris Brown? To not even know if you're right and suffer the wrath.
Oh, you son of a
Gone.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I thought you'd seen it already. And I was like, you son of a bitch. I hate
It's
spoilers.
when something's not even out.
Oh,
God.
I thought you had your ways or some shit. I was like, you motherfucker. So yeah.
That's more racism. Thinks I stole it.
But eventually we jumped on the train, and it ended up being like a really good idea to kind of cut loose. Like a lot of our songs are pretty funny. Ninja Dick is about Cecil's tiny wiener. Not
No, it is
not
not.
actually though, but it's,
I didn't know there was a song called Ninja Dick, and this is my favorite thing in
Yes,
the world
we
right
have
now.
We have a song called Ninja Dick. It's about guys who
Listen to
about
Five Finger
douchebags.
Death Punch.
Like there's a line. It's like he talks a big game, he drives a big truck, he beats off while blasting 5-finger death punch.
Yeah.
But that also opened up avenues because we weren't taking ourselves seriously for other people to come to us and have fun. You guys were just talking about being open to criticism almost. Like, how can I make this better? Because we've opened up the avenues to our fans that way, I think that criticism comes like gently but often. So I have conversations with people all the time that are like, I like this, maybe not so much that. We try to implement that, though the writing process is still kind of foreign and new to us. Because, I mean, even having been a band for, a year and a half?
2 years now.
2 years now, it's still, like, we're still fucking babies at this. Like, we don't have the experience that, like, and we can't pay people to write our songs.
Yeah,
It's a slow, monotonous process.
We were all in bands before this as well, but I mean, it had been so long that we basically forgot how to band.
Yeah. And I've only been in like shitty punk rock bands, and it was only an excuse to drink. And everyone bought the booze. So
Tokyo Tan Lines was fucking legendary.
Tokyo Tan Lines was a really good band. But anyway, we didn't last very long. We were all completely wasted. And we broke everything that we got close
When
to.
it came to like some of our early songs, I'm not saying they are slightly recycled Broken Jaw philosophy
Except
songs,
they are.
but they are.
And we don't have like one or two slightly recycled Blackwater Massacre songs in there.
But we do.
But we do.
I mean, all I do is rip off Hatebreed, the Acacia Strain, and well,
No, that's it. That's it.
that's it. And just in
Oh,
general,
yeah. There's
like,
no original thoughts.
punk
Oh
rock.
yeah.
That's exactly what you would say.
Completely
You-
different genre. Don't get me wrong, but back when John Mayer put out that blues album, Continuum,
Yeah.
long ass time ago, remember someone was complimenting on it, and he was like, "All I did was rip off every famous blues album before me." Like,
I mean, it's someone once said, and I don't know who it was, there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
You just twist it to make it appear that way. So, and that's pretty much
Twist
it.
this dick.
Oh my god, that brings up. Okay, so that house show we were at. So you're the bassist. You hold my fucking mic. No, so like a show like a year ago, we were having some technical difficulties. Cecil almost choked a bitch, and it was a male bitch, so it's okay. So we were out in front of the audience much before they were ready for us to, I guess, relieve the tension of the crowd. I just started chanting "Twist his dick," and just twist his dick, and the whole crowd, like, I didn't think they would go for it. The whole crowd went for it.
that's awesome.
So that was like a year ago. So this last show we played, we're getting ready, and we're not taking nearly as long. But before we can, get ready and get set up, the whole crowd's just twist his dick, twist it. And I didn't incite this one.
You
so
didn't
that,
start this one.
I
They were
didn't
just like,
start
these are
that
people
one.
who saw you back then.
I get on the mic. I'm like,
That's
oh yeah, I
amazing.
remembered. And like, I think it was like almost between every song. That's what they were saying. So I guess it's our band's chant now.
So y'all have to write a song called "Twist His Dick" now.
Oh my
That sounds
God,
like-
that's the new one.
Vampire March.
The Vampire March.
Twisting dicks.
I mean, it was going to be about Edward the sparkly vampire anyway. It's not that far off.
What is wrong with you?
Everything.
I think,
So I think music should be deep and inspiring and say something.
but we're not like that. We're we steal
Not us,
everything, and it's really about our attitude. And
But we're not
And we're- this guy's likable. I think people just, I don't know, something about us maybe. They I'm stealing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
There are
He's trying to go for that.
I think it's much more than
I don't wanna be
music.
the
You know,
front man of a
we
band.
sound
I
like
wanna
every
have a
other.
microphone. Give me a microphone.
Don't worry, they'll be able to hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
This motherfucker's like, well, this guy's likable and this guy's likable. The others, fuck those guys.
I didn't point to myself.
Yeah, there's 3 likable people in this band, and these 2 ain't it.
I think 100% all of y'all are likable. Even the quiet one.
Yeah.
He'll blow up
I
your
think it's-
bathroom.
It's like we have these stickers, right? And it's like Adventure Time.
Dad
themed-
Adventure Time.
Oh, it's Dad Adventure Time. But
Dude, those stickers are sick. I think you posted one and I was like, that's fucking badass.
fucking great.
So
good.
Tammy actually came up with the design.
Yeah.
Nice.
All of that, yeah.
so we're kind of
Love
like
it.
characters, right? We can collect all 5 of us.
Well, I need to.
Like a Pokemon thing.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah. And,
Where the fuck are your stickers?
I don't know.
He hides it so he's rare.
yeah, he wants to be there.
He's like
No fucker, you're the bassist. Nobody wants you.
he's like Mewtwo or some shit.
Why didn't we give him a microphone?
Yeah, I think it's all part of the dynamic, right? You got
God, that was so
you got all
good.
different personalities, and we're all doing different things. So, different people gravitate toward different personalities.
True.
So, I think you can just pick your favorite one. Like back in the day, I remember thinking like Poison was cool.
You're like the Spice Girls.
Oh yeah, and then you gotta pick
Nice.
which one.
Posh.
But,
I didn't
yeah, it was like
Ginger? That was a red one, right?
you pick
Yeah,
your favorite
Ginger.
person in the band, and you're like, that's why
I've
I like
had
this band.
I've had a
Ninja
different phase
Turtles.
with all 5 of the Spice
There you
Girls.
go.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Who was your favorite Beatle? Like George
Yeah.
Harrison. So
Yeah.
Nobody likes the Beatles. Unpopular opinion.
popular opinion. Crickets.
I mean, I don't.
What the fuck did you just say?
I don't like the Beatles.
I don't know.
We've been over this.
You know what? You can fuck right off, motherfucker. I'll kill you all.
No
of you.
classic rock at all? That's wild.
Doesn't even like metal. Really not.
Who, me?
No, I can't stand
I
metal.
can't stand metal.
Not at all.
Just 3 bands. That's it.
3 bands:
Yeah,
the
he-
Acacia
yeah.
Strain, Hatebreed, and
And he reads Henry Rollins books in the shit.
Dude, you're
It's
not
actually-
wrong.
You're not wrong. One of the greatest moments of my life in recent last few years was getting to see him do his spoken word, getting to meet the guy and get his autograph on one of his books. That was a big deal to me. Henry Rollins is like a hero of mine, so that was cool. He did talk about, I do think the guy may have some mental issues, but I relate, so it's cool.
Yeah, I thought he was always barefoot.
He sleeps with a dildo in his butt.
Dude, I'd
so.
be barefoot 100% of the time if I could.
Oh, no, I got to wear socks.
You would-
Luckily, I have those ones that I got from the mental hospital for sex because you get traction.
Jesus.
That way I have a reason to wear socks during sex.
Take corners with it.
Yeah. How you like that? Ka-chow.
I'm gonna shuffle some Cheerios into my bedroom.
I'm going to knock the walls out of it.
They say you're not supposed to have a TV or eat in your bed, but I do it.
How else are you supposed to get off?
So,
Actually, I could see the TV in the bed thing. I actually moved my TV out of my bedroom. Now I sleep on the couch in my second game room because I don't have a TV in the bedroom.
right?
Yeah, no, I have to have TV. Yeah, there's a whole lot of fucking crazy in this band. Chad, say something else.
No.
We we have to make Chad say things periodically because he won't otherwise.
Are you breathing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. I forgot.
So if you don't mind joining me for this little exercise real quick, what's the most common, hey, you look like so and so?
Isaiah looks like every darker skinned guitarist in metal. He looked like Max Cavalera. He's been mistaken.
He
for
looks
Max
like
Cavalera.
every member of
He's
El
been
Nino.
mistaken for Tom Araya. He's been mistaken for Head from Korn, or is it Monkey? Monkey from Korn. Every band we've ever played with that had a Mexican guitarist with long hair, if he gets off stage, they think he's him. It's
I signed autograph.
yeah. Who was the last autograph you
It
signed?
was an El Nino show.
Yeah.
I wanted an autograph too, and they passed their shoe around. They passed their shoe around, and by the time it got, and then they were like, "You too," and I was like, and I signed it as well.
Where was this?
At Dos Amigos a long time ago.
For El Nino?
El Nino, yeah, they thought
You're
I was in the
signing
band.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
It was hilarious, yeah, and I just kept going, and the guy was like, the drummer, I think his name's Luis or Lewis. He's like, "Hey, did you sign the shoe?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Fuck yeah, bro."
For Slash, actually. When you were younger, your hair was more curly too.
Yeah.
So like, and it was thicker. So like, yeah, he straight up could pull off Slash, especially if he was at some rock show.
There's also like a Mexican singer that because one time I was at
Selena.
no, yeah, I got that one. I got what is his name? Chris. But
Sorry, did I get you again? Sorry.
we were at Denny's like after a show, 2-3 in the morning, waiting for our food, and then this big guy comes up to us and he goes, "Hey man, I know you," and I was like, "Oh, I don't know you,
I
but
don't know you.
nice to meet you." And he goes, "No, I know you. Hey, what are you doing here?" I'm like, "Just eating like you." And he's like, "Hey," well, he just went on and on about how he knew who I was and that I was famous, and so did I sign his back? Signed his back and
on his skin.
yeah, he was like, I'm not leaving till I get
An autograph.
an autograph.
That's funny.
Happened another time we went to a strip club.
Oh, God.
And yeah, two guys they thought I was some guy, and they let us drink as much as we wanted to, and they I had to sign their backs as well, so it was kind of nice. So
Are these were these in the same area? Or
one time was in
separate events?
Dallas.
And they all wanted back signing?
Yeah, and then another time was at Midland Denny's. So I just do that every once in a while.
You just be out here
If
signing
we ever
backs.
see him in a Denny's,
Yeah.
we got to get an autograph.
Yeah.
Speaking
back,
of which,
dude.
we have always wanted to play at a Denny's just so we can say, "What the fuck's up, Denny's?"
So I can't
would be
promise you
bad.
at Denny's, but here at BamBam-O-Rama, we like to do a thing called weaseling.
Huh?
And all that means is that we try to get involved in your business somehow, or re-invite you into our business in this case, right? We've been talking about this thing.
That's a weird way to try and get me in bed with you, Adrian.
You had me at.
I will have you. We've been talking.
You can have both of us. It doesn't take that much. Okay, you had us at I will.
It has to be some D&D roleplay stuff, though. That's what I.
Yeah,
want. That's what I. want.
That's why we like.
Initiative.
That's why we like D&D. There's 2 D's involved.
Right.
All I'm saying is I hope you can make your dex check, big boy.
First off, I'm not miking up any of that.
That's what she said.
We've been talking about doing another festival of sorts and stuff. And
We have some. So, not sorry to interrupt you. Not BamBam-O-Rama the music festival. That's still going to happen. But we have other ideas for other little mini festivals or shows.
yeah,
Whatever you wanna call 'em.
kind of spice up Midland, Odessa a little bit, right? Which was some of that. Bam the music festival was just to be like, hey, anybody that's not paying attention going to this kind of bar, there's people here playing music that even some of you like, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know if you noticed that couple.
So you're gonna do one of those in the future?
What?
One that people actually like?
No.
No.
So we're going to.
Boo.
What
No,
couple?
but we want to do something maybe along the lines of having a convention, right? So we have a couple of ideas, and you can just jump at whichever one you think you want to be involved in.
Yes.
One was a Fallout role play like Ren Fair type thing, but
Say less.
Fallout esque.
Post-apocalyptic
Right.
fair.
He's not talking
Basically,
about
like a
dicks
rent
falling
fair.
out of pants,
So
dude.
no, you're talking about post-apocalyptic. So we're just gonna go to the west side of Odessa. I mean,
Yeah, essentially,
yeah,
essentially,
yeah.
yes. So we'll probably end up seeing, who we can figure out. Hey, let me rent your land for cheap on this, right, and all that kind of stuff.
Billy.
And of
I-
course,
we know people.
right?
We know a guy.
Yeah, you
Did
can
you say
check them out
Billy?
on the.
Billy
No,
Billy.
episode
we actually
68.
do for real might know a guy.
That's funny.
That was
The
your
other
first
one.
idea.
I was
Were you-
like,
Were you gonna
Fallout.
bring up the burlesque? Was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Something you were
go
gonna
for
say?
it.
No, you go for it.
I'm waiting on you.
Oh, burlesque. We might know a guy.
We might know a guy. I don't know all the ins and outs
I
of the
am
burlesque one.
that
I was just
guy.
reminding you of.
Burlesque was another thought because who was it that we're talking? It might have been Thurber, it might have been Billy. One of those two were talking about having the roller derby people, and that we just don't have that around anymore. So
Yeah.
it's kind of just getting that community back around because they're somewhat connected, and for the general part, people. Go ahead.
Do you know Joanne Trevino?
I don't know that person.
She was in the roller derby scene for quite a long time. So
Yeah, that's true. Our roller derby thing just disappeared, didn't it?
Yeah.
But the thing, just to help, and yes, we're more than happy to bring them
Sorry.
in and all that. No, I just want to make sure I put this layer into it because I'm forgetting, and I don't want to forget. the final part of that is that it would be more like a prom thing. So a band headlining it. And I think you guys can do your own, we'll have some booths of all that kind of stuff. Hopefully some food vendors, etc.
I can tell you that when I was working in radio, we did a second chance prom and promoted the hell out of it, but that was one of our most successful events. People, like, you would think, people like, hey, that's kind of cool, and like they would kind of dress up. No, people rented tuxes, had like straight up like full out prom dresses. It was insane. People loved that idea.
Yeah. I mean, and in a sense, we want it to be where people can dress up to the top, but also treat it like Halloween. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the vibe I'm really aiming
And we're
for.
gonna dump pig blood on somebody like at the end of Carrie.
Cool, Carrie.
Yeah. No, we're not.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with that.
I wish though.
I was about
wish.
to say.
Actually, you know what?
But if you're,
Can we
if
make
you-
that a booth?
Yeah, I was gonna. We can
Like,
do
yeah.
that. We can do that. Absolutely.
If there's like a volunteer,
yeah.
could you
Yeah,
imagine some chick gets this really nice like prom dress and just boosh, random?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some chicks who would probably do that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we could figure something out because
But he still can't find a chick to sleep with him. Like, no, just pour
I know,
like
right? I know.
still just pour
Ridiculous.
pig's blood on me. Sorry.
I don't think I don't think they'd be cool with actual pig's blood. Like it would have to be fake blood.
no, we'll make the blood.
Yeah.
It'll be the fake stuff.
Oh well, that's no fun.
Can we just use Chris's blood? He doesn't need it.
I have a surplus of pig's blood. What
You
can I
know,
say?
like how they say when you go to a convention that it's always, nice people cosplaying as mean people, and then there's always that one that sneaks in. You want real blood, huh?
You want real blood, huh?
I'll just fuck it with you. I want real blood too, baby.
It's all right.
Actually, I think those
No.
are great ideas.
No, I want to do that, and maybe we, depending on the vibe that we can sell, right? Because that's part of it, and how you guys might feel about it as well, since this is the weasel. We could even do things like have sponges and have throw in that with fake blood on it and have little games and stuff like that.
I also want
That'd
to
be
throw
nice.
out a
Around
mini
a
weasel
horror.
as well. I want to play a D&D game.
Oh
shoot.
Side weasel.
A
Say
game?
less.
Yeah.
A game? No, you have to sign up for a campaign, sir. It's an adventure.
I don't know how much time I can give y'all for a campaign, especially with the schedule you threw at me, because y'all meet like twice a week, right?
No.
No?
2 different groups.
Okay.
They're-
I could do like once a month, and I know that sucks, but I could do that.
Actually,
Yeah.
I have a group that's actually wanting to do just a once a month game.
Hell yeah.
There's your guy.
Let me know. I'm in.
GoPro.
GoPro. That's okay.
That's fine.
We're close to time, anyways.
Oh, well, I'll be damned.
Did y'all have any more ideas other than just the two?
Yes, sorry.
Am I forgetting one?
I don't know. We had prom, burlesque. Was burlesque and prom together? No, that's 3, right?
No, there was 3. What was the other one?
Burlesque.
Fallout.
Yeah.
And the
I
roller
would
derby.
love to just get a roller derby match to happen. That would be freaking cool.
I think there may be a roller derby
Could-
teams down in Lubbock. They probably have a connection.
Yeah, there's one in Lubbock.
I think
knew
one
that.
thing to keep into consideration is how slutty we are. So, like, if you want, we will be a part of all of that.
No, we want you
Fuck
to
you,
play.
bro.
We want Dad to play, and we want y'all dressed in burlesque.
I'm fucking in.
Yeah, I mean, Rocky Horror or something like that,
Yeah.
where, you fishnets to your comfort, right? We're not gonna be like you have to do this.
No,
right?
Don't-
hold on.
say
If You're
that.
saying Rocky Horror. I call Magenta. That's my character.
I couldn't even get you fuckers to dress in dad shorts, like short ass dad shorts. Now you're talking about, oh yeah, fishnets. I'm in. Really?
Yeah, that changes everything.
Yeah, that's different.
I would wear fishnets before I would wear shorts. I
Yeah,
agree with y'all.
but to show off fishnets, you got to wear shorty shorts.
or nothing.
Even better.
So we are running out of time here, guys.
Yay.
We are.
Before we do, there's no commitment now. Think it over.
But I want
Talking
a
about it.
commitment.
You want commitment?
I want a commitment.
Bro,
I mean,
from
you
your
can
last
if-
event we're in, just fucking tell us when.
Well, I mean, out of those 3, what would you rather see happen out of us? If we're
Yes.
not-
Oh God.
Seriously, I think they're all great ideas. I love the live action role playing thing you were talking about.
I love the roller derby
The
thing. I
roller
love the
derby's
prom
great.
thing.
Yeah, I think the prom idea is
Yeah.
great. The burlesque prom thing. I think
Although-
they're all great ideas.
We might not be your best band for a prom theme unless you just want to like have a mellow band all night and then just throw us in at the end just to fuck with people.
I think that'd be awesome.
When Carrie starts
I'm probably misremembering this, but I believe it was Tom Waits, and again, I might be misremembering this, but he said it. I like beautiful melodies telling me terrible things. I like that in this.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that it's terrible, but I like the contrast.
It's
of-
terrible.
of, the-
Yeah.
of the band.
Yeah, no,
Actually,
And-
that could be really fucking cool.
And to your credit, as you'd mentioned, you're a little bit more comical about it. So even the harder stuff isn't as hard. You know, it's not talking about dismembering in that way so much. It's more of a comical. It's more of the Guar sense of that
Yes.
direction.
This guy, we despise him like at a
Yeah.
at a cellular level, but he is an excellent MC, and like he can fill space, and we can do the songs or whatever. My vote is the prom thing, just because I think it would be easier for you guys to pull off.
I agree.
Yeah,
Honestly,
you know what I mean? Like get a venue and then just set it up, and then everyone dresses up, and it's a fucking blast.
I want to get a like one of the smoke shops and put a fake little alley and have like where they're trying to merchandise. Have our
And
little dealer back there and
Are y'all gonna be getting
Pretty good.
sponsors for this?
Absolutely.
We're gonna be
on
looking for
this one, we're
sponsors.
gonna
Okay,
be-
next
hit me
time.
up on that level too. I'll see if I can help. I'm rusty. I haven't been in radio in a long time, but also maybe even get some more, radio like awareness out there,
Absolutely.
and maybe even some TV awareness if I can, like because we had some affiliates in the TV stations as well when I was there, and some of them are still there. I don't know if they still do that, but I mean, I'm more than happy to see how I can help out.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it,
Thank
yeah.
you. Appreciate that, Chris.
Do you have a time frame on all this jazz?
No,
Nothing yet?
part of the first one was kind of seeing if we could, and also, again, we wanted to see everybody out there and see,
Yeah.
if
Well,
we
like I
could-
said, we are super slutty. So whatever you pull, whatever you pull the trigger on, we want to be in.
Cool.
Alright.
We
Please and
appreciate
thank
that.
you. Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
on the side, we're also trying, indie film stuff as well. So that takes up a lot of time.
Cool.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking time.
Indie film, you say?
Yeah.
Not that kind of. indie
I'm
film.
ready for my. Oh, okay.
We're kind of attention whores, especially Chad, as you can tell.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to be recognized from his OnlyFans.
Give me that fucking microphone.
Yes.
I got something to say.
No, and that's how he is at practice too. Like, I mean, he comes out of his shell a lot more when he's around people he knows. But we're always saying some stupid shit, and he'll come off the wall. And when he says something, it's a banger.
Him and
Hey.
Isaiah, dude, they're fucking sleepers.
They are sleepers.
I want to encourage everyone to go to our Facebook page and look for the video of Chad
Pole
dancing
dancing.
on a pole that's in a bar, like stripper pole dancing. It's hilarious.
On that note, if you'll tell us what your socials are so they can find that video.
Day After Dead on Facebook is our main one because we're old and that's what we do.
Day After Dead on Instagram, or Day After Dead Texas on Instagram. We don't have an X or formerly Twitter. You can find all of our music on any streaming platform. as
Every
well.
streaming platform.
So it's YouTube.
YouTube, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Spotify.
And a whole bunch of other ones that I don't even know the names.
I do always want to throw this out there when we're talking about music. Please listen to artists on Apple Music, and I believe YouTube Music actually pays out a little well too. We're not trying to be greedy, but if you listen on the services that pay the bands more, then the bands get to make more music.
Yeah.
So
I'm a YouTube music guy.
And then if you don't mind plugging your tattoo work.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh cool. Yeah, I am Timmy_Tokyo on Instagram. That's where I keep my portfolio. I work at the Body Gallery on Wadley in Midland, Texas.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anybody else got anything independent they need?
Buy our T-shirts.
Yes.
T-shirts.
We
Did we actually hear about the production in September?
Oh,
yes.
we're
Jesus
throwing a
fucking
show
Christ, we
September
suck.
14th. Working on a show. It'll be at the American Legion Hall in Odessa. So just keep a lookout. I've got some really good bands. Nightmare Canvas.
Nightmare Canvas. You got us. Deface the Beauty.
Beauty.
Toxic Menace from Lubbock, who are they're some
Uh,
they're our top, probably our top 3 favorites, if
Yeah.
not our favorite.
Corroded Sanity and Knit, which the Knit and Corroded Sanity are pretty new bands, but they're really good. So
And they're kids, like a lot of them are high school kids. Corroded Sanity brings an insane crowd every time, and they're really good kids too. So go out and support them.
You got anything else before I forget?
make sure you're following BamBam-O-Rama on Twitter.
Oh, we're looking at the.
Do we have Twitter? Yeah, we have a Twitter. We hardly use our Twitter.
You guys are-
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and Facebook.
and follow in the grocery stores.
I follow
Please do.
Jackson to his house all the time.
God, dude, that'd be fun if we have like a duck trail of people like in
God,
video
dude,
games.
that would be
you know what I'm saying?
hilarious.
People start following you doing this
Right?
stupidest shit.
Well, thanks for having us, guys. We appreciate it.
No, we really appreciate you guys. Looking forward to working with you more. And
Oh,
you
and hit that
guys-
like and subscribe button. I've always wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Let's go.
Turn on notifications.
We're now gonna use that as a
Yeah,
sound
that's
clip
it.
at the end of every episode.
That's actually pretty good, sir. You son of a bitch trying to steal my thunder.
Thank y'all. Love y'all.
Love you.